And just a quick showcase of what we're going to do today. We're going to add an inventory to this guy, and this guy is going to pick up those coins and add them to his inventory. So yeah, once he's walking into them, we see those information that they're being properly picked up on the server, and they're also getting a notification, debug notification here on the client. So this is running on dedicated server and works properly. So yeah, stay tuned and see how this got set up. Okay guys, welcome back. I've made no modification to our project from the previous tutorial, so all the animation setup and everything that you will see here already went through. There was no work done off screen really, so I'm just using BP top-down character that we set up in the example. I've just added few tags to my example gameplay tags, and I also added a player state class which is BP player state test. And it's just an empty actor of class player state, and there's nothing more to it. So yeah, we're going to start working with inventory. So now we got this character. We see him from top up. He can look around, he can walk, he can jump, and there's really not much more he can do. Bam. Okay. So yeah, and he's moving directionally, looking at the cursor, everything works. So let's do a first pickup item, something very simple for first. So let's, for example, make, I don't know, coins from Mario, something like that. So let's make an actor. Let's call this actor BP test coin. Okay. Let's stick it here. Let's add a static mesh component. Let's make this static mesh component the root, and we need to apply something. Please tell me that there are some coins. There are coins and money. I don't like this one. This is just plain. Yeah, this works. So we'll just add this coin, but we want to add some additional blink to it. So let's add, for example, rotating movement components. Rotating movement component is a very simple C++ component that is exactly what it says. And it's just applying rotation to the actor itself, so to the root component here. So the root component doesn't want to simulate physics. It cannot be step on. The collision press is custom, definitely. Query and physics, yes, definitely. War dynamic, well, yeah, it is war dynamic. Ignore all collision and overlap only pawns. So if we now go into event graph, we don't need any of this. We can do actor overlap. Okay, actor begin overlap. So other actor, we can just cast to character, and we can say player controlled. So if it is player controlled, we want to do something. Now we want to make this actor an item, right? So first of all, we need to add item, AGR item component. So there we have it. And let's go through the variables. Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Stackable, definitely. Max stack is 100. Current stack is 1, or is it? Begin play. And let's just take the component, and let's say that current stack at begin play is being set to random integer in range between 1 and 10. Or you know what? Just to see that it's working properly, we're going to disable that for now. And we're going to see how many stacks we are actually applying. So now let's just get this item. Oh, and let's finish up. So quantity 100, current stack 1. Okay, inventory space. So you have weight, volume, and space slots that we are not using currently, and we're not doing any limit space in our inventory, so we don't care about that. Base info, item name is coin. Definitely. Simulate when drop, definitely not. We're not simulating physics, and we don't have proper collision settings for that. Item tag, oh, and honestly, we don't even have to, we just have to enable query physics. And also item tag slot, we want to say that it's an item other coin. Okay, so it's just coin, and all those are being attached automatically. So events, we got all those events that we're going to do in a second. So let's say pickup. Just, oh no, not this one. Or I will just show you where they are. They're all in AGR, and those are the ones you want to use. So just pick up item. Okay, so we want to pick up item, but we need inventory. So we got this character that is player controlled, and we want to say get inventory. But also we might forget to add inventory because, I don't know, we just forgot about it. So always do a valid check. Doesn't cost much, not really a problem, do a valid check. So if it is valid, then it's all dandy, just get this inventory and pick up this object. So we got this, what am I forgetting? Okay, so this will not work on multiplayer yet, but we can make it work on multiplayer super easy and fast. So let me do it immediately and test it later on. So we go here and we say no, replicates, definitely. Net use owner relevancy, definitely. Net load on client, definitely not. Replicate movement, we don't really need that, but let me think. Is attaching and teleporting movement? It kinda is, so let's say yes. And that's all settings. It is now working on multiplayer anyway. So on overlap pickup. And we want to know that we picked up, so let's say add event on pickup. So if we picked up, so if this got called, if we go through all those branches and this actually triggers, we want to get owner of this component, and we want to say display name, and we want to just print string his display name, and we might want to also not do anything else really. So this will be called, and because this is a stackable item, then this actor will be destroyed. So we cannot do any delays or any stops. We have to do everything immediately here. So this is the best we can do. Okay, so now we have this inventory. We don't have to do anything for inventory to work. It just works. And we got this coin. So let's try it out. Let's just push this coin here, drop it, multiply it a few times. Okay. If I hit play now, let's save everything just in case. We've made some changes. Okay, play, and we got this guy, we got those coins, and if we walk into them, boom, TP top-down character just picked up a coin. What else did it say? Oh, it disappeared. It said pick up item true stacks increased. Okay, awesome. So deleted the actor, you could see it there. So let us eject. What happened now is that once we touched one of those coins, there is still a coin, but it's a different actor that's being attached to our player state, and we can go into details and see it that it's owned by our pawn, but it's attached to player state, which is always relevant. And we can go into AGR item, and we can see that the current stack of this item is 4, max stack is 100. We see what it is, and we got identification, and we have 2 identifications here, inventory ID and owner ID. So the owner is being set only once on the first pickup. So when an item is, for example, crafted, we know who is crafting it, or you can change this owner ID by hand when you are trading items in between clients, and this way you know which items are stolen and which items are traded. If those 2 IDs are the same, that means the item is not stolen. So item ID is random, inventory ID is 762A, and we go now into our character, and we go into inventory manager, and we see that it's 762A, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it works. It belongs to this guy, and it is properly stored in our player state. So let's test it on multiplayer. Let's run it with 1 as dedicated server client. Okay, and it still works. It still works. And this is the state of the client. So we got this coin that's being replicated. I see that its rotation is being updated constantly, so maybe we don't want to update movement, but yeah, it still works. So let's go back here, and just to make this actor better on multiplayer, don't replicate movement. Let's test it. It should still properly teleport and do everything. Yeah, it still works. But now it takes a lot less space when it comes down to networking. So yeah, you picked up 4 actors, but they're being stored as a single actor of 4 stacks, which also increase performance greatly. And this makes working with multiple, like tens of thousands of objects a lot easier and more reliable. So this is just the first example. Let's now make some small gameplay based on it in the next video. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next video.